Hello, my name is Mimi and today I'm gonna to read a book called Incredible Earth. Discover for also read and discover. Introduction. Don't go near. This is a volcano and it's erupting. The volcanoes are dangerous, but they are beautiful too. There are many other incredible places on Earth. High mountain, great river, big desert. What is the highest mountain on Earth? What is the biggest, hottest desert? What is the deepest lake? What incredible places do you know? Discover. Now let's read and discover more about our incredible Earth. Chapter 1. Earth's crust. Earth is round like an orange. Oranges have a skin and Earth have a skin too. We call the skin Earth crust. Under the crust is a very hot rock. Earth crust is very different pieces. These pieces move very, very slow. Millions of years ago, the pieces move and make mountains. Under mountain, the crust is thick. Under the ocean, it's thinner. When two pieces of crust move and meet, there can be earthquake. A volcano is a hole in Earth's crust. When a volcano erupts, hot rock flies out from the underground, and melted rock pours out over the ground. Volcanoes under the ocean sometimes make new islands. In 1963, a volcano in the Atlantic Ocean made a new island called Circe. There's as many different rocks in Earth's crust. They're millions of years old. The rocks is often different colors. In the Painted Desert in Arizona in the USA, you can see different rocks. Ocean. On Earth, there is more ocean than land. The Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean. It's bigger than Africa. Did you know that there are mountains and valleys under ocean? Some of these mountains are bigger than the biggest mountains on Earth, on land. In the deepest part of the ocean, the water is 10 kilometers deep. The water in the ocean is always moving. While waves hit the land and break the rocks, sometimes big pieces of rock fall into the ocean. They leave big cliffs. Like the beautiful Ulawaris Cliff in Bali in Indonesia. Where the ocean is warm, we sometimes find coral. The corals made of millions of very small animals that make hard covers around themselves. When the animals died, the hard covers make the coral reef. The Great Barrier Reef near Australia is the biggest coral reef in the world. It's 2,300 kilometers long. Sea turtles, dolphins, and many other amazing animals live there. Discover. In some places where big coral reef is very big, it comes out of the water. It makes small islands. River and waterfall. River usually begin as streams. In mountain, the water comes from rain or snow. All rivers then goes to the ocean. Big rivers are very strong. When the ground under the river is soft, the river makes valley. When the ground under it is hard rock, there are waterfall or rapids. One incredible waterfall is Iguazu Falls between Argentina and Brazil. Iguazu means big water in the old language of South America. There's more water in the river Amazon than in any other river in the world. It begins in a mountain in Peru and Ecuador. That goes through the rainforest in Brazil. and the Atlantic Ocean. There are no bridges on the Amazon. First, the river goes through rainforests and there are no roads. Then, near the ocean, the river is very wide, so people can't build bridges. They cross the river by boat. The Amazon is the home of one of the longest snakes, called anacondas. It grows to 9 meters long. Glaciers and icebergs. The coldest places on Earth are in the highest mountain at the North and South Pole. Here, there are rivers made of ice, and they are called glaciers. Glaciers begin when no snow falls. Mountain glaciers move very, very slowly down the mountain. When the ice melts, the water goes into the river. It can take thousands of years for water from glacier to get to the ocean. At the North and South Poles, where the glaciers are near the ocean, very big pieces of ice break off. These are called icebergs. Icebergs move slowly on the ocean. Near the North Pole, Italy said is one of the most incredible places to Earth and one of the coldest. The glaciers and icebergs here are very, very big. The glacier is about 40 kilometers long and it moves slowly to the Arctic Ocean. It's moved about 30 meters every day. Discover: icebergs are dangerous for boats. Most of the ice is under the water, so people in boat can't see all the ice. Hot water. Imagine you're in this park. Suddenly you heard a loud noise of water moving very fast. Then the hot water steam pour out of the ground. You're looking at the glaciers. What makes glaciers? When it's rain or snow, the water goes into the ground. Deep under the ground, there is hot rock. If rainwater touches a lot of rocks, it begins to boil. Then there's a lot of steam. Suddenly, the water can't stay underground. It has to come out. Glaciers are very hot, so don't go near them. In glaciers in Yellowstone National Park, USA. These white cliffs look like they're made of ice, but they're really made of rock. Hot water came out of the ground and poured down the mountain. Then the minerals in the water made these incredible cliffs. They look like waterfalls, but they never move. They are thousands of years old. The Jiko-Dani Monkey Park in Japan. Hot water from underground makes pool. When the weather is cold, monkeys sit in the warm weather. Mountains and lakes. The biggest mountain chain in the world is Himalayas in Asia. It began two pieces of Earth's crust met and moved up. They began to move about 50 million years ago. They're moving now, very slowly. On top of Mount Everest is Himalayas, the highest place on Earth. It's about 9 kilometers above the ocean. Everest is very big and it's getting bigger. The top of Everest goes up 5 millimeters every year because Earth's crust is moving all the time. Near high mountains, there are often deep lakes. The deepest lake in the world is Lake Baikal in Russia. It's more than 1,600 meters deep. Scientists are exploring the lakes in small submarines. Lake Baikal begins with pieces of earth crust moved and make deep hole. Water from 330 rivers go into Lake Baikal. There's more water here than in all the Great Lakes in North America. Caves. Caves are incredible underground worlds. Many people are interested in them. What makes a cave? Near the coast, ocean waves hit cliffs and make holes in the mountain. The moving ice in the glacier makes the caves in the rocks. The most incredible caves are in the soft rock called limestone. Rain falls on the limestone and make holes. Slowly, the holes grow bigger and make caves. This takes thousands of years. The Sakawar chamber in Borneo is the biggest cave in the world. It's longer than 10 big plains. Caves are usually very wet because water comes out the rocks. Slowly, the raindrops mix with minerals and build incredible rock sculpture called stalactites. In Talamint, thousands of years ago, people lived in caves, but they didn't have books or paper. So they drew pictures on the cave wall. People drew this picture in the cave in France about 6,000 years ago. Earthquakes and tsunami. Usually, Earth's crust moves very slowly, only a few millimeters every year. Sometimes two pieces of crust move suddenly in a different direction. And then there's an earthquake. The earthquakes are dangerous because buildings sometimes fall down. When there's an earthquake, people in buildings go under the heavy table or they stand between two rooms. These are a good idea. They can help to keep people safe. There are earthquakes under the ocean, too. Usually they're small and not dangerous. Sometimes an earthquake under the ocean makes a giant wave called a tsunami. A tsunami can be very dangerous. After a tsunami, there are often floods. There's water everywhere. Houses, cars, and trees are in the water. The water isn't clean, so many people are sick. In 2004, there was a very big tsunami in the Indian Ocean. Many people died. Deserts. The desert is the dry place with almost no rain. About 20% of the land on Earth is desert. What's our desert made of? Some deserts are made of sand, and many deserts made of stone or rocks. Deserts are usually hot, but not always. Antarctica is the cold desert. It doesn't rain often there, but it has lots of ice. The Sahara Desert in Africa is the biggest hot desert on Earth. It's bigger than Australia. The animals in the desert can live there because they don't drink very often. Camels can live for a week with no water. In Bolivia in South America, there's a desert made of salt. It's called the Sahara in Unani. About 40,000 years ago, it was a saltwater lake. The ground is harder and dry most of the time. Sometimes the ground looks like a big mirror. Many people visit Sala de Numi because it's an incredible place. There's even a hotel made of salt. Erosion. What are these rocks? Are they on the moon? No. The Cappadocia in Turkey. They look like sculpture, but no one made them. Really, the wind weather made them. This rock very hard. The wind blows them, and very slow changes them. When the weather changes, Earth in this way called it erosion. In the Colorado River in USA, erosion began about 20 million years ago. The river moved over the rocks and slowly broke it. Sun, cold weather, and wind broke the rocks too. All these things made in the incredible deep valley called Grand Canyon. Wind, rain, sun, and snow, the weather is a part of Earth's story. Sun and the wind make desert. Glaciers move between mountains and make valleys. Rain falls on limestones and make caves. The story began millions of years ago, and it is still going on. What an incredible story is. Okay, that's the end of the story. I hope you like it, and don't forget to subscribe. If you like it, like it. If you love it, subscribe. Thank you.